Hello, my friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today is Wednesday, and on my channel on Wednesdays, I do a weekly weigh-in and a weight loss topic. I use the weight loss topic from the Weight Watchers app. If you are new here, this channel started out as a Weight Watcher channel. I lost 65 pounds on Weight Watchers. I've gained about 10 of that back that I'd like to get gone, but we'll see about that. But anyway, so every Wednesday I do my weekly weigh-in. We talk about a weight loss topic that WW picks for the week. I no longer follow WW. I do more of an intuitive eating, whole foods based diet. So there's that. But I almost didn't get on the scale this morning because I knew it was going to be up, but I'm like, no, why? Maybe seeing that up will motivate me. I knew I was going to be up because I indulged a lot yesterday. We are Catholic, and today is Ash Wednesday, the first day of Lent. So we do a lot of different things for Lent, and one of them is fasting. So yesterday, and we also do extra things and give things up. And one of the things that our whole family gave up was sugar, like sugary treats, things like that. So we kind of celebrated Valentine's Day yesterday. We don't do a whole lot for Valentine's Day. I gave Doug his favorite candy, Reese's Pieces. And Doug bought me a chai latte and brought that to me yesterday, and also from a local bakery, some French macarons. So I had a piece of king cake yesterday, a very small piece of king cake, because I made that Monday night. I had 3 macarons, and I had a chai latte. And we had takeout for dinner. So I knew darn well that scale was going to be up today. But I know it's only a temporary up. Number 1, the sodium in the dinner. Number 2, all the treats yesterday weighing heavy. But that new weight, it sheds quickly as long as you get back on track. So all that being said, I was up 1 pound even this morning. And I am not surprised. I am not upset about it. I guarantee you, if I get on the scale tomorrow, that pound will be gone. So I'm good with that. But anyway, so there it is, up 1 pound. Totally expected, actually expected more. Totally my fault. So there's that. Not going to stress about it. So drinking my homemade electrolyte water this morning. Definitely want to get that in. I threw a tea bag in it this morning. Don't like it. No. I might dump this out and start over. Oh, yeah. It's a watermelon mint botanicals tea bag. I do not like it. Okay, then. There you go. So let's talk about a new way to respond to setbacks. Let's see what they have. Now, I do not read this. I do not watch any videos that go over the topic before I do, because I want to give you my first thoughts, my raw thoughts on the topic. So let's see. And you know, half the time I agree, half the time I don't. Everyone faces setbacks. They're totally normal. Also normal, being tough on yourself afterward. But science says there's a better way to get back on track. Try this. Imagine your friend feels down because she went over her points budget. What would you say, and what tone would you use? Now, come on, guys. You know what I would do. You know I'm all about the tough love. I don't coddle. I know what they want me to say. Now imagine you feel down after doing the same thing. What would you say, and what tone would you use? Is there a difference between your 2 responses? And if so, why? How would it sound if you talked to yourself like a friend? Well, let's go back to the whole imagine your friend feels down because she went over her points budget. Okay. To me, there's different situations. If this is somebody who constantly, every day, goes over their budget, then you know what I would say? I would say knock it off. You get X amount of points a day. That is what you need to eat. There is no reason to go over. Get with the program. You say you want to lose weight, but you're not doing anything to help yourself. Come on, let's do this. Let me be your accountability partner. That's what I would say if it's something that's consistent. If every day, this friend is texting me or calling me and saying, oh my gosh, let's say she gets 23 points. I did 27 points today. I did 29 points today. I was just hungry. I can't help it. That's when I would start getting a little bit tough love. But if it's somebody who's consistently on plan, makes the best choices, and this happens once in a while, then I would give the kind response and say, look, it's one day. Like my day yesterday. It's one day. Brush it off. Get back on track. You can do this. So to me, there's different scenarios. I am all about tough love for myself in a lot of areas. It's just what works for me. I don't want to be coddled. I want to be told, get your butt in gear, Joni. But that's me. And I know not everyone is like that. And I try very hard to be balanced with it. And like I said, if it's somebody who's consistently every single day going over their points, then I'm going to get tough. I'm not going to coddle. But if it's a once in a blue moon thing, then yes, that's when you say, look, it happens. Just you're good. And honestly, I try to do that with myself too. Like I told you this morning, I ate my face off yesterday. I did. I know that. I knew that going in. Hindsight, do I wish Doug did not get me both treats? Yes. And before you say, well, you should have saved the macarons, they are fresh baked from the bakery. They don't last that long. Sunday in Lent is a day that you do not have to do your sacrifice because Sundays are celebration days. It is the Sabbath, so they do not count as days of Lent. This is not meaning to turn into a religion lesson, but I'm just trying to explain. So on Sunday, could I have indulged in those macarons? Yes. Would they have lasted till Sunday? No. So, yeah, they were made Monday. They last 5 days. And they're expensive. So I was not going to waste them. I know they went to my waste instead. I get that. It's the choice I made for myself. So, I mean, it's totally my fault that and I'm not blaming Doug. Doug was being kind and buying me those 2 treats. Because we have a little joke about the chai latte. I'll try to hit that on my my vlog today. But, I indulged in both of them. Plus, I had a little piece of the king cake. Yeah, and can I tell you, I felt gross last night. So it was a good reminder of why I don't do that. A little indulgence here and there is a fine thing, but all those indulgences at once? No. But anyway, so I was hard on myself last night. It's just how I am. But I understand where they're coming from about kindness and being kind to yourself and being kind to others. But sometimes, I really think sometimes you just need the tough love. You just need someone removed from the situation to say, what do you think you're doing? Like, come on. You have a goal, you need to meet it, and this is not going to do it. It says, let's dive a little deeper. Would you ever lecture a friend who veered off track about what they should have done? Or point out every wrong choice? Probably not. I wouldn't point out all the wrong choices. But I may lecture them because sometimes I think you need tough love. Not all the time. There's a time for grace and there's a time for tough love. Honestly, I believe that. We tend to be our pals' biggest cheerleaders and kindest confidants. all while being our own worst critics when we're the ones making the mistakes. Yes, we are definitely harder on ourselves than we are our friends. Definitely, definitely. But like I said, I think there's a time and a place for it. But the truth is, responding to your slip-ups with judgment and criticism may make you less likely to reach your goals. Research suggests it's compassion and acceptance and treating yourself like you would a friend that are associated with healthy behaviors, overcoming obstacles, and getting back on track, not tough love. I'm sorry. I probably should not even talk about this. I probably should not even film this today. I shouldn't. But that's okay because we all have opinions. Everybody has an opinion. It's my channel. I can have whatever opinion I want. You can agree to disagree, whatever. And I'm not saying tough love all the time. I am not. I'm saying when it's needed. Like I said, if it's somebody who's consistently sabotaging themselves, consistently going over their points, consistently having ice cream every single night for a snack, consistently doing what they're not supposed to do, then I truly believe it's time for a little one-on-one hard convo. Yeah, I would never ever call someone out in public. I would never, But sometimes a one-on-one hard convo is needed. And sometimes tough love is needed. Grace can only go so far. Kindness can only go so far. You can be kind to yourself every day and say, you know what? It's okay that you went over your points. We'll do better tomorrow. And then tomorrow you're like, no consequences. It's okay if I go over my points or my calories or whatever it is that you are counting. So I truly believe there's room for both grace and tough love. I truly believe there is. And I truly believe that you need to figure out which one you need at that exact time. Because you can give yourself an inch of grace, but it's when we start giving ourselves a foot and a yard of grace that nothing happens. If you're continuing to do the same things over and over and over, nothing is going to change. You have to change something. And sometimes you need somebody in your face with a little bit of tough love to make you realize what you need to change. How you think about and talk to yourself is key to moving forward. But the shift towards self-compassion may not happen overnight. It can take practice to flex those muscles. Start by focusing on how you talk to yourself and others so you can make changes. 3 fast facts. Research shows that tough love makes you less likely to reach your goals. Not me. Tough love helps me reach my goals. It really, truly does. Consistently replacing self-critical thoughts with self-compassion helps you learn to treat yourself more kindly. I don't feel that tough love necessarily is self-critical. I think it's sometimes just what people need to hear. I'm not saying, I would never say to someone, look, you're huge, you're fat, you need to do this. I would never, ever say that. To me, that's being critical. But I would say, look, you've got multiple health issues. You've been trying for, a long time to lose weight. You admit that you go over your calories, you go over your points, you're not moving, you're choosing the wrong foods. You say that every day, but you're not doing anything to change it. So you need to take a good look at this and decide what you want to do and do it. To me, that's not being critical. To me, that's tough love, but tough love in a kind way. Reminding them that what they need to do, what they want to do is different than, I don't know if I'm making sense here. It's making sense in my mind. I don't know if it's making sense to you guys, but I definitely think there's a difference between being mean and tough love. I think there's a difference between being compassionate and coddling someone. I think there's a fine line between all of it, and you just need to find it. Sometimes people need to hear from an outside source, look, this is what you're doing. You're not helping yourself. Come on, let's do this. Let's do this together. And then it says, being kind to yourself as you handle challenges has been shown to increase your motivation to keep going. Being kind and being complacent are two different things. You need to be kind, but you also need to be realistic. Because excusing your behavior every single solitary time is not going to move you forward and not going to move you towards your goal. Sometimes you just need to be a little hard on yourself. I know a lot of you are probably not going to agree with any of this, and that's okay. That's okay. How many times do I say, this is an individual journey. We have to do it how it works for us, because what works for me is not going to work for Sally Ann down the street. It's not. You need to find that nice balance. And like I said, I do have balance. I am not consistently hard on myself. Like today, for instance, I gained a whole pound. I'm not worried about it. I'm not beating myself up. I am not going to, lament and cry and starve myself for 4 days because, oh my gosh, I gained a pound. No, I'm not. That's not tough love. That's being unrealistic. I gave myself grace because I know what I did yesterday, but I'm not I'm not doing that again. I know that. I recognize that. And that's where a little bit of the tough love comes in. Joni, you know better. You felt like crap last night. And, I've said 100 times, I am not perfect. I don't do this journey perfectly. None of us do. You just have to find that balance. You have to find that balance between compassion and tough love, and you have to know when to use it. That's all I'll say about that, because I'm sure I've gotten myself into trouble. But like I said, this is how I feel. It is just my opinion. And you know what they say about opinions. So we all have one, and, maybe you needed to hear the other side of it. Maybe that's just how it goes. But anyway, my friends, that is it. That is all I have for you today. I hope you made it this far and didn't turn me off. But anyway, give yourself the grace and the compassion you need, but also give yourself that tough love when you need it. If you can find that right balance, you've got this and you will be successful. And I will give you both if you need it, but I'm not going to coddle you. So that is it. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I will see you all in my next video.